Hi, I'm Jessie Reyez, and you're watching my Z100 fan interview. What has been the best concert you've ever seen? Haven't I talked about this? Have you heard me talk about this?
Aventura?
Aventura. Oh, but that's nostalgia. Hold on a second, let me think about this. There's two. One when I was 14, and it's probably because there's nostalgia attached to it, and it was Aventura, and it was in Toronto. And then to be able to say that I worked with Romeo Santos years later is just sick. I hold that to my heart. The show was nuts. I was singing every song, everyone was dancing, it was packed in. It was probably like my first time at a club because it was at this place called The Docks in Toronto. And then also I got to see Frank Ocean in Europe, and I pretty much cried for 80% of the set. It was beautiful. When are you most inspired to write? Man, when I'm the saddest, which is this weird thing. Like I'm the most inspired to write when my life is shit. Like when my life's going to shit is when it comes out the easiest. But I've learned also that a way to really battle writer's block, for example, when I'm not inspired to write, is to just write anyway. Because if the first song, like, just get your ideas out. If the first song's trash, then make a second. If the second song's trash, then make a third. And then once you have 5 or 6 in front of you, then the one that's least garbage is the one that I take, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna polish this. But then it doesn't mean that it has to get used. You just put it in a folder, and then tomorrow you make another one. You know? If you could trade places with anyone, who would it be and why? Anybody who's camping in Hawaii right now. Joe, Tim, Brittany, Tiffany, whoever the fuck. I'd love to trade lives with you right now. I'd love to be in the middle of a lake and just meditate and be zen and hug a tree and then go to bed in a tent and wake up and fish. What was the hardest song to write on your upcoming album? Kill Us. Kill Us is a song that's on there that was the hardest because I'd written it at my crib, and I'd written the verse and the chorus on 2 separate instances, so I'd switched time signatures. And musically, it's a difficult thing to transition because you're switching rhythm, switching tempo, switching time signatures, all 3 I was doing. So it was just difficult to piece it together, and I was lucky enough to work with dope musicians that like helped me do it when I got back to the studio, and my engineer that I was like, how the fuck can I make this transition happen? And they helped me do it. How do you cope with being away from home for long periods? I'm learning to cope. Sometimes it's so hard. I FaceTime with my brother's kids. I bring my parents on the road with me, so they got $2 on the tour bus. So I try to bring them home with me. But it's still difficult. Missing birthdays sucks, but life is about sacrifice. So thank you, fans, for the question. Love you, Z100. Thanks for the support. Bye, y'all.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100.